Ever tried ordering a label printer that looked sleek on the page, set it up in the warehouse, and then realized the labels were smudging after the first few prints or the connection kept dropping? I've seen that happen to a lot of small business owners who need reliable tags for inventory, shipping, or compliance. And the disappointment is real because you end up with wasted time, wasted media, and a dent in the budget. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The Zebra ZT421 is positioned as a tough job industrial printer that promises fast, crisp labels without the ongoing cost of ink, plus a handful of connectivity options that sound perfect for a busy shop floor. Before I dug into the specs, I asked myself the same questions most buyers face. Will it survive the rough environment of a loading dock? Can my team get it up and running without a full-time IT hand? And most importantly, does the ink-free claim actually translate into lower per-label costs over time? First off, the hardware feels purpose-built for the kind of relentless use you see in manufacturing, logistics, and even field service. The metal chassis isn't just for show, it resists the kind of accidental bumps you get when pallets are being moved around. The printer's 203 dpi resolution may not sound like a lot compared to office laser printers, but for barcode, QR code, and shipping label applications that need a clean edge for scanners, it's more than sufficient. In real-world testing, the ZT421 consistently produced barcodes that scanned on the first try, even after the printer had been running nonstop for several hours. Setup is where a lot of industrial printers trip up, but Zebra has leaned into a seamless experience. The device ships with a small touchscreen that walks you through network configuration whether you're on Ethernet, Wi-Fi, or the built-in Bluetooth 4.1. In a small distribution center I visited, the tech team plugged the printer into a spare LAN port, entered the static IP address via the LCD, and within 10 minutes they were printing from their WMS, warehouse management system, without needing to touch a single line of code. The MFI, made for iPhone, support also means a field technician can fire off a label directly from an iPad app, which is a huge time saver when you're on the floor and need a quick replace part tag. The biggest draw for many buyers is the thermal transfer technology that eliminates ink cartridges. Instead, you load a roll of ribbon and a roll of label stock, and the printer fuses the image onto the label. The cost savings are real, especially if you're printing high-volume runs of 2-inch by 4-inch shipping labels. One of the shops I spoke with runs about 2,000 labels a day. Swapping out ribbons takes just a few seconds, and the per-label cost drops to pennies compared with a typical thermal direct printer that burns through expensive specialty media. The ink-free claim isn't just marketing fluff, it actually reduces waste and the recurring expense of cartridges. That said, there are trade-offs you need to weigh. Thermal transfer ribbons are an extra consumable, and while they're cheaper than ink, you still have to manage inventory for both ribbons and label rolls. If you're a very low-volume user, say a boutique shop that prints occasional price tags, the extra step of ribbon handling can feel like unnecessary overhead. Also, the printer's 6-inch print width is great for most shipping labels, but it won't handle larger formats like 8-inch wide hazard placards without a separate model. So make sure the label dimensions you need fit within that envelope. Connectivity is another strong point, but it comes with a learning curve. The Ethernet and serial ports work flawlessly out of the box, but the Bluetooth connection can be finicky if you have a crowded 2.4 GHz environment. In one case, a warehouse that already ran dozens of Bluetooth scanners experienced intermittent drops when the printer tried to maintain a link with a mobile app. The workaround was to switch the printer to a dedicated Wi-Fi network, which added a little complexity to the network design. If you have a clean Wi-Fi setup or can dedicate a LAN cable, you'll avoid that headache. Who should buy the ZT421? If you run a medium to large operation that prints several thousand labels daily, think warehouses, manufacturing plants, third-party logistics providers, or field service teams that need durable, weatherproof tags, this printer hits the sweet spot. It offers the durability to survive a gritty environment, the speed to keep up with high throughput lines, up to 8 inches per second, and the flexibility to integrate with existing ERP or WMS software via standard protocols. The touchscreen makes it accessible for non-technical staff, while the robust connectivity options keep IT departments happy. Who should skip it? Small retail shops, home-based sellers on Etsy, or anyone whose label volume stays in the low hundreds per month will likely find the upfront cost and consumable management unnecessary. A desktop thermal direct printer or even a basic inkjet label printer could do the job for far less money, and you won't need to juggle ribbons. Also, if you need extremely high resolution for detailed graphics like product packaging with intricate